Hello there, we are in the 2010 Worlds format and it is the full format week this time around, so we are playing whatever the hell we want. And yeah, that means Guardy's coming back. I actually never got a chance to truly play this. I've done solo testing and stuff with it because I wanted to see how it did last round by myself to see if it really was that good. Spoilers, yeah, it kind of was. But there are some decks that compete with it, and I think at least one of those is going to be shown today. Because, yeah, we have Luxchomp and Luxchomp with Tex and Jumpluff. Jumpluff Kingdra actually is the opponents for today. And so yeah, that's what we've got to go against. What we're actually playing, though, of course, is Gardevoir, but this one is Gardevoir Nidoqueen specifically. Pram played Machamp and Dustoir, a 101 Machamp and a 111 Dustoir tech for stuff here, but I actually have found that the Machamp wasn't necessary. Maybe I haven't actually played much Luxchomp into this list, so like maybe it is, but I think Nidoqueen's lightning resistance is probably going to help a lot there. So yeah, Nidoqueen is a viable attacker in this deck as well as the comfort support, and anytime between turns you heal a damage counter from all of your Pokemon, so this helps negate pings and stuff like that. But it also means that after a decent attack, your otherwise relatively frail Gardevoir can go back to the bench and start healing up for a couple of turns, and it forces the opponent to spend resources on that. The Queen itself is also a pretty good attacker into the decks of today's opponents, however, because it resists lightning and Ruthless Tail does more damage to each of the opponent's bench Pokemon, which is particularly solid into Jumpluff, right? Because Jumpluff ends up getting killed pretty quickly by this. So it also can provide a 1 energy 40 damage, which is nice to soften them up because Jumpluff, even though it is frail, its HP is a little too high for Gardevoir to KO in one hit. One of the big weaknesses of this deck. We have the Gardevoir line here. Like, each of them are relatively useful. I should mention the Nidos here as well. If you put a DCE on Nidoran Female, it can search your deck for a supporter card. That could be useful turn 1 if you start with this thing. The Nidorina can search your discard for up to 2 Pokemon, put them back into hand. If you have to use this, it's not a terrible effect to do. It is very low on tempo, obviously, but it lets you recycle some of the stuff, which could be pretty big. Of course, we're looking to start with the Spiritomb. This deck is a relatively slow deck because of the energy requirements on it, so we do want to stop the opponent playing trainers as much as possible. And Darkness Grace helps us get our evolution line set up. That's why we're running a big free Curlier line here as well. The Ralts does Future Sight for no energy. It looks at the top 5 of either player's deck and puts them on top of the deck in any order, which is pretty solid. So we can guarantee a decent card next turn if we have to start with this. Again, not ideal, but, you know, needs must. The Curlier can do 60 damage for Psychic Double Colorless, so if you can't quite get to the Gardevoir, this could potentially be good. Teleportation Burst could also just do a little bit of chip damage and then switch to the Spiritomb on the bench, so there is that going for it as well. And then we have both different types of Gardevoir here. The main one we want is the Secret Wonders Guardy. This is getting rotated, so last chance to even use it. Not a lot to say about this thing. Telepass is absolutely insane, lets you use the opponent's supporter cards, which is ridiculous. Psychic Lock lets you stop the opponent from using Poképowers on the next turn, which is really good against both decks that we're playing against today. And its disadvantage is the low HP and the low damage output. Expert Belt actually solves both of those things, and I'm kind of going between like free Expert Belt to Moonlight Stadium and the opposite here. Because the Moonlight Stadium is super good, but Expert Belt really helps keep this deck afloat, so I'm kind of not sure. Well, we'll maybe tweak that just before we go in, because they're in a game right now. We do have the other Gardevoir in this deck specifically though, and whilst this is going to lower how many Psychic Locks I could theoretically use, I think it's worth it here. Psychic Connect lets you move any psychic energy that you want from your bench to your active. This lets you effectively burst potential out of nowhere with some of the stuff here. Energy Burst obviously is one of those things. For one psychic energy, it's 20 plus 10 for every energy on both active Pokemon. So a little bit of a small X-Ball, but the key point with this is it's a 1 energy attack. It's got very slightly more HP, so it's a little bit harder to get the one shot on, and it also only has 1 retreat, so if you don't have Moonlight Stadium in play, that's a really helpful part for it. Sounds like they're actually already done, so that's kind of funny, they're spreading the decks out. Gardevoir level X is in here as well because you do want teleportation in this deck. As much as I would want to just play Psychic Lock over and over, you do need this power to be in play. You just get to switch Gardevoir either from active to bench or from bench to active depending on where it is. So this can let you easily get out of silly things like paralysis locks and whatnot. So yeah, cool stuff. Bring Down could also potentially come up because we do have Energy Connect to move Psychic Energy over. We have a copy of Gallade as well. Gallade can one-shot the Luxray GL level X without a problem, and also is the way of getting to giant damage numbers if you have to KO, say, a Donphan, and you absolutely have to deal with it early. This might be the way to do it, but it is a bit awkward. I've considered cutting it, but I think the fighting type is too important to have, so yeah. We have a 1-1 Claydol because I can't fit more in. We do already have consistency with Gardevoir, so it's not as important here to play the 2-2 line of Claydol. So yeah, Telepass lets you use the opponent's supporters, so you don't have to draw as many cards, you can draw with their stuff. But it's still handy to have as an additional reach, so we have one anyway. And then here's my hot tech for the day. This does nothing into SP, well, it does very little into SP, but the Stardust Song might still come in. We have Jirachi from the newest set. When you play this Jirachi down, you can flip up to you flip 3 coins, and for every head you get a Psychic Energy from the discard pile onto the Jirachi. These can then be moved with the Energy Connect, or the Psychic Connect, Gardevoir over here, onto your active, so they can be positioned correctly for where you actually need your stuff. You might not need to have that DC on the active to do the thing. Additionally though, Time Hollow is an absolute ass of a move with this deck. For 1 Psychic Energy, you choose a number of your opponent's Stage 1 or Stage 2s up to the amount of energy attached to the Jirachi. Energy, not energy cards, so DCE counts double here. You devolve each of those Pokemon and put that evolution back into hand. This will let you wreck decks that are revolving around Rare Candy, and if they have a bunch of Rare Candy dudes in play, you can Psychic, Stardust Song and Psychic Connect up to this thing, get a bunch of energy down, and just devolve them instantly, and they have to evolve up again. They've spent all the Rare Candies, it's a very bad time for them. Additionally, if they keep retreating around so that you don't take prizes because your damage output is quite low, Time Hollow can devolve them into a lower HP state so that you actually do score the knockouts. So yeah, I think it actually works really well with this deck, and that's what we're going for. We mentioned the Spiritomb. There's one Uxie in here because sometimes you need to Roseanne for a Uxie and get into the game again. And then there's the Azelf level X. I hate this card personally, not because it's bad, but because it's so worthless into basically everything that we're expected to play against here. But in a grand tournament setting, this entire deck is weak to Psychic. You absolutely have to play this. There's no really getting around it. Yeah, it makes all of your Psychic Pokemon not have a weakness, and Deep Balance is particularly decent against Gengar if you can't devolve them to get around it. You choose one of the opponent's Pokemon and put a damage counter on that Pokemon for every energy your opponent has in play. Once again, energy, not energy cards, so DCE counts double here. It's a powerful attack, it's just very difficult to actually get into play, and I just really haven't found it useful yet, but oh well. As far as the trainers and stuff go, I have the 1 Luxury Ball. This should be in every single deck. Just search your deck for anything that's not a level X. Really handy. We've got 3 Rare Candy because we do have 2 different Stage 2 lines here, even though I have giant counts of them. Maybe this could come down to 2 actually, because yeah, I mean, I don't play enough Stage 1s to get into the Stage 2 lines of everything, but with my recovery cards here, maybe I could get away with it. So, I don't know, we might do that if I want the belt stuff in here. We'll see how it goes. 1 Time Space Distortion. This is basically where the 3rd Expert Belt was. I think I need a little bit of extra recovery here. So we flip 3 coins, and for every heads we get a Pokemon from our discard pile and put it into our hand. This can use the rare candies that we've kept there. It also means that we can recover the Gardevoir straight into hand, so we can go down and use the Psychic Lock stuff again. Supporter-wise, we've got Triple Bebes because it searches for all the Pokemon. Triple Judge, this is also from the new set. Both players shuffle draw 4, so it's hand disruption on the opponent's side. We have Pokepowers that we could use. We're locking their Pokepowers, so it's much harder for them to recover from this. So, very powerful card in this deck. Not playing 4 though, because I do have one Professor Oak's New Fury in here. I really like this card. Sometimes you need more than just 4 cards off of your deck. Shuffle Draw 6 is absolutely crazy good, so we're definitely going with that. One Palmer's Contribution. You often don't need your supporter for turn because you use the opponent's supporters via Telepass, so you get away with using the more powerful recovery option compared to Nightly Garbage Run. Sorry, Night Maintenance. Nightly Garbage Run is the original one in Rocket. Yeah, so we get 5 cards from our discard pile back into deck, Pokemon or Basic Energy, so that's very helpful. For Roseanne, we do want to be able to search Psychic Energy in this deck, so I think Roseanne is a little bit better than Collector, so yeah, that's what we're going for. Triple Moonlight Stadium, this makes it so basically all of our Pokemon except Claydol have got 0 Retreat, and if we have the Baltoy that's Psychic, so we can go 0 Retreat with that as well. And if we have Claydol in the active, hopefully we have a Gardevoir level X in play, so we can retreat, switch to that and retreat via that. And then 2 Expert Belt, I really kind of do want a third one in here because I want to draw it more often. Gardevoir really wants this in order to have a reasonable HP total and do 80 damage instead of 60. It does give up additional prizes though, and honestly I think with the deck as it is, we should be able to draw enough where we can find it when we need it. So I think I'm okay with only playing 2, but I really would like a third one in here. But, space be a problem. Finally, we have 4 double colorless energy because that's the whole reason this deck still works. Gardevoir's attack cost is very expensive normally, but DC is compatible with it. And we have 8 psychic energy. Originally, there were call energy in this deck, but because of the switches I've made to having Jirachi and the Energy Connect Gardevoir to try and maintain stuff in play, I have switched to pure psychic instead, and I think it's still fine the way it is. As far as some changes to here, a lot of Gardevoir lists at the time played one Lucian's Assignment instead of playing the Psychic Connect Gardevoir, which lets you move any energy from one Pokemon to another in play on your side. So that could also be used to switch stuff around. But most of them didn't really have the healing base to take full advantage of that, so I don't know. I'm not a massive fan, to be totally honest with you, so yeah, I like the idea because you do get away with playing tech supporters in here. I just don't think the tech supporters are strong enough. And yeah, obviously Call Energy is the other one that could be really good. A lot of decks would play like Dusknoir. I have a version of this that plays Kingdra instead of the Nidoqueen to fix the damage numbers for Gardevoir, but I think this one's ultimately just a little bit more consistent, a little bit better. So we're going to go with this. You could also tech a Fighting Energy so that you could use Sonic Blade, but we don't really use Galley very much anyway. Only when we absolutely have to, so yeah. The other deck I'm kind of looking at, if we are going to play 2 different decks for both opponents here, depends how they feel. I will bring Kingdra as the other one here. I haven't quite got this list down like perfect for what I want, but it's a very different style compared to the Guardies, so at least there's that going for it. The idea is that the Kingdra, once per turn, lets you put the damage counter on one of the opponent's Pokemon. We are going to see this card a lot as we go into the format here, because it's a very good card, not just as a tech, but as an attacker as well. The opponent doesn't have a fire Pokemon in play. This does 60 for 1, which combined with its power is technically like 70, right? Expert Belt gets that to 90. It's really big damage for 1 energy. And the other Kingdra is still playable too. Dragon Pump lets you discard 2 cards in the hand, do 60 to the active, 20 to one of the opponent's bench. So this also lets you play around the fire tech, and yeah, you just do a lot of damage with the Kingdra stuff for very little energy. To kind of go alongside that theme, since the big problem with Kingdra is lightning types like Luxray, we have a couple of Donphan in here as well. This lets you just play. We can only use Earthquake in this deck. We don't have the fighting energy to play Heavy Impact, but this lets you decimate the lightning stuff, which is one of the only things that really hits you here. So yeah, takes 20 less from all attacks. Earthquake does 60 for 1. Does do bench damage to yourself, so you do have to worry about that a little bit here. But yeah. Otherwise, it's a really heavy Claydol and Yuxi engine in here because we just want to turbo through as much as possible. We only play like 7 energy, we want as many of these out as we can per turn. So yeah, we just want to get everything out of our deck pretty much, so we want as many of those as possible. Also because, you know, if we can force the opponent's Lux, Garchomp and stuff to Dragon Rush these, they're not Dragon Rushing the Kingdra, and we can probably do some work with that. I think Luxchomp is a pretty bad matchup into this, to be honest, even with the Donphan, but I might be underselling it, because if you can get all the Kingdras out, then Expert Belt plus the powers are going to destroy them. So yeah. Unknown Q is definitely a tech you could play in here, as Pika is mentioning in the chat. The reason I don't is mostly space, I think. I just wanted to have as much draw power in this deck as possible, but you could absolutely sack one of these two, play an Unknown Q and another... well, maybe not another energy, I don't know, probably another Pawns or something down here. As far as what we have for the trainers, Luxury Ball for Pokemon Communication, kind of annoyed actually. I can't really play this in the Guardi deck, but I just don't have space, and we're playing Spiritomb in that deck. You Pokemon Trader, choose one of your Pokemon in the hand, shuffle that into the deck, and then take any other Pokemon you want out of the deck, and go from there. Free Rare Candy, because we do have the extra Stage 1 line in here. Normally this would be 4 Rare Candy, but it's Spiritomb really is one of the big things in this format that I'm respecting with this deck, so I did choose the 3 here. And yeah, there is that. Triple Warp Point, so we can use Warp Point to shuffle around our guys here. Ideally a 4th switch card would be good in here, so maybe if we took out the 1-1 Claydol, it'd be +1 Q and +1 switch would be the thing. But yeah, Warp Point allows us to go full mobile, which is pretty nice. Bebe Search, obviously still really good, still playing 3 of that. 2 Judge, we do play pretty well under Judge, but we also need to draw as many cards as possible at the start of the game, so I don't want too many of these, because if you only draw Judge as your opening supporter, that's a pretty bad situation for you. So yeah, 2 Judge and 3 Pawn as our draw stuff here. I still like Palmer as my recovery card because it recovers more cards, basically. Yeah, it takes up the supporter, but look how many Claydols we have in here. I think we can survive that. 4 Rosans, once again, we do have 1 Fighting Energy that we can search, as well as our 4 basic water here. So Rosan is perfect for getting us our basic energy as well. Triple Broken Time Space. Initially this was 4, but I think that is excessive. So yeah, BTS is what lets us go Horsey, Seadra, Kingdra in the same turn. It lets us go Baltoy, Claydol, draw a bunch of cards, Baltoy, Claydol, draw a bunch of cards, etc. You know, it literally is what it says it is. It's broken. And then Triple Expert Belt, because we're hitting for 1 energy, we can shuffle our stuff around pretty easily, and we hit 80 for 1 on both of our guys, so it's really good. 2 Multi-Energy is perfectly fine in here. We don't want too many of these because they aren't searchable. But we do want to have an option of attaching this to either Donphan or Kingdra and being able to attack with either guy. And then, as I said, 1 Fighting, 4 Water to finish off the deck here, because we can search these and it ends up being really solid. Tech option I kind of wanted in here was Manectric. Mostly because, for 2 reasons. Manectric protects you against Entei and Raikou Legend, which is a pretty big annoyance for me. It also snipes the opponent's guys if we put a multi-energy on it. That's kind of useful to be able to spread damage on the bench. That synergizes with the Kingdra spreading. And it also protects you from your own Donphan, which is something this deck doesn't really have right now. So that would be another alternative, is take out one of the Claydol line, and then go +1/1 Manectric. But I'm pretty okay with the list otherwise. I just didn't really get a chance to test any of that sort of thing for it. So yeah, Let's have a look, see what they're doing before I undeafen here. Looks like they're into another game here. So I think it might be the case of doing a little bit of deck tweaking as we go, because that does make sense as well. I think I will, at the very least, bring out the Manetric and stuff over here. So I'll let them know real quick.
Okay, wasn't sure if you passed, sorry.
Alright, just as a heads up, since I've done with the main bit, I will be picking just a couple of cards out of the search thing, so if stuff slows down, I apologize a little bit, but just so you're aware beforehand of what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Judge came down eventually.
Alright, we'll leave them to it. Right, so, yeah, let's bring out the little tech stuff that I want here. So we need Electrike. Once that comes in, there have been 29 Electriks in the history of the TCG. Just in case anyone was interested. Some Pokemon really don't have a lot of representation, but Electrike has got quite a bit, so sure. And then we need the Manectric as considerations for what to play. Manectric actually does have a pretty cool secondary attack as well, but it only works with lightning energy, which, even though it plays for DCE, it only attaches lightning energy, so we wouldn't be able to use it in this deck. It is this Manectric, which prevents all bench damage except 2 Manectrics, so your Earthquake will still hit it, but it won't hit any of your other more important guys. And Terry Main over here doing Power Wave everywhere. 30 damage to each Pokemon that has a Poké Power, except yours are protected by your electric barrier. So, yeah, it's 30 damage to each of the opponent's bench stuff that you can then, with powers, that you can then snipe off with Kingdras. So, very synergistic, definitely would help with the setup there. And then the other thing potentially is Unknown Q, whose Quicken, or Quick Power even, attaches itself as a tool from the bench and allows you to retreat for 1 energy less. These are cards, at least the Q is a card that we've seen quite a lot in decks, but the Manectric maybe not so much. We haven't seen it in as many decks here. Honestly, the main thing, like, I really do like the Claydol count in here, because the cool thing about the Claydol is just the fact that Broken Time Space you can draw into another Claydol set and just keep chaining it. So yeah, and if we put Manectric in the deck, we are much better protected against Dragon Rush. So I think I would rather actually cut like a Uxie and one other card to fit the Manectric in if I was going down that route. Can be god-awful in the Luxray match? How so? $90 HP, Dragon Rush does 80? Yeah. But if they have to Dragon Rush the main instead... Yeah, that's fair. But if they have to Dragon Rush the Manectric, that means they're not Dragon Rushing your Claydol. So you do still get to draw more, right? I actually don't know if I see that as a bad thing. You're directing what the opponent has to attack in order to thing out. I have seen decks play 1 bench shield as well to go with it, but I think that's excessive in here. Like, I don't see me ever actually wanting to use that card. I think, honestly, it's more synergistic than it looks in here, though. It is a shame that it doesn't protect itself. See, there's an easy prize. Yeah. You know what else is an easy prize, though? This guy. Yeah, we're not one-shotting Garchomp with basically anything in a Kingdra deck, though. Which is an issue. Honestly, Garchomp C is probably the biggest problem point for this as a whole, right? We don't have to include it. It just, you know, with the added emphasis on Donphan in this list, yeah, it's gonna be a problem no matter what. So it's almost like you might as well direct them to do what you want them to do. But maybe that's just me thinking slightly incorrectly with it. But it's like if you're forcing them to KO the Manectric instead of KOing your Claydol, then you can still play the game. And yeah, it's clearly going to be a big issue no matter what we do. So honestly, I mean, the deck is fine enough leaving it as it is. It's yeah, I wouldn't say it's incorrect, just seen it a different way. Yeah, that's fair. The other kind of side problem with what's going down here is a little spoilerino here. The deck that Pepper has played, the Lochchomp that he's playing, has a 1/1 Infernape level X tech, the Infernape E4, which is a little bit of an issue for the Kingdra here, right? It does make it a lot weaker in general, which means I would be a lot more I'd be a lot more incentivized to start attacking with the Donphan. And if I'm more incentivized to start attacking with a Donphan, then I could really do with having protection against its own self-damage on the bench, right? Because I still need to set my guys up regardless. So that's the other sort of side of the coin here. Not that Infernape was a common tech of the time, so, and it's not as if... I mean, Split Bomb could still be pretty annoying as well, though, right? But it's not as if that's, like, the sole reason for it here, and honestly, that kind of tech is why this Kingdra is in the deck, because it doesn't have that negative on its attack. You do 2 Bench Shield over Manectric? I could see that. The only issue is that Bench Shield takes the place of Expert Belt, in terms of what I'd be attaching. Which I suppose is fine. Yeah, because we don't want to put Expert Belt on the Claydol, obviously. But I'm just looking at it, going the reason for Manectric is so it could protect the Kingdra as well. But I could see it. Yeah, we could try it. That'd be pretty cool. That's still gonna be in place of one of you though. One of that, and even maybe just a Pecom. I don't know if I'd want to take out the Claydol line for it. Seems a little sketch, but I guess it could work. But yeah, I mean that's fair, but I keep hearing like the deck spread stuff, and I guess they've just like started another game. I wonder if they were just waiting on me this whole thing, because I think this is the third thing that they're doing here. So, oh no, Pepper's playing another deck here as well. Okay, that makes it interesting. I don't know. Let's just stick with the plan here, I guess. We already have this set up, so. Ah, I see there are shenanigans afoot here.
Yeah, switch the secondary deck.
That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, we were considering potential tech replacement stuff on the second deck myself here, but just because I didn't get a chance to change anything beforehand. But
And then put
ultimately, I
more
feel
in
like
it.
it's going to be a wasted effort. So
These matchups are a lot better with the Night Spin Dust Noir,
hmm.
as you could imagine. I'm going to change that differently with change from the Spread Noir to the Shadow Command, because I wanted the draw support option, the draw power option rather, you know what I mean?
Retreat. Pass.
Yeah,
I don't trust your ability to not get the second strike right now.
I also see that special medal on there, so you wouldn't be doing damage anyway, right?
That is one of the issues, yes.
Yeah, I played around a little bit with this concept and really didn't like it at all. It just didn't do anything for me, so I don't know.
Just I just looking at things that haven't been tried yet on the lists and trying to throw something together.
Yeah,
Give it a
that's
try.
that's totally fair.
Always happens. Radar.
Oh, good job you got that hop out when you could. Its body would be disabled. You'd have to pay to retrieve it.
No, he wouldn't.
Oh!
Spoiler.
And this is why we don't play 3-1. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I'll get to that bit in a second. Oh, of course the thing I was going to pick this try. Fail search.
Oops.
Victory ball. Oopsie.
Quick, throw the Alakazam in play. You'll never notice.
Cyrus. Yeah, spoiler, I can get the game with this. Sorry.
Seems respectable.
Yep, gain Cyrus Psychic. Gain goes down. And yeah, take KO.
But you've only done one strike. Ah, attack names for the win.
Rosans. order.
Yep. Order of operations is important here.
Annoyingly, have to thin down the side a bit.
Ooh, yeah.
Pass.
It's okay, you're just preparing for the Mr. Mime tech that's going to spring out of this deck.
The base. Just Noir.
Wow, clops, but yeah.
Stops.
It's okay, it's
I'm
okay.
tired today, okay?
We can see the card, it's okay. I'm just in case anyone's not actually looking at the screen, I'm just like, yeah, it's a Dusk Clops that's going into play.
F1.
No trainers or stadium cards. Very annoying. They just couldn't let go of that bit, could they? When going to Gen 4.
Put the damage on the Dialga. Punt.
Okay, we're gaming.
Play it all. Pass.
Stuff like Claydol really does highlight the one like major limitation of this kind of environment, right? Because it just makes it's so much more annoying to resolve it than it would be in real life.
On the dust swaps.
Not quite a billion yet. You've got space.
Just thinking about this. Level up.
Of course, you pulled it off.
My numbers and keeping myself out of obvious bad stuff range. here. With it. Let's go play. That's too easy a target.
How are you getting the bat off of this?
Oh, I'm dingus. Right, yeah, I'm dingus. Yeah, right. I brain farted, sorry.
That's okay, and I know it's very often we get the radar instead, but yeah, I'm just.
You can't get a bat directly from.
Yeah, I
It's
I
okay.
got turned conspiracy thing.
It's okay.
I'm gonna put down the death one.
It's easily fixable, so.
I don't like your hand.
Oh,
Ooh, yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this. You were right to not like
Oh, hot damn, dude.
If you don't
Okay.
think if you think I wouldn't bat turn, bat
Mhm.
down that hop if I got the chance.
Play it all.
Yeah, so it turns out Judge is a pretty good card, you know.
Sure is.
Put another 10 on the Dialga. Down another hop up. Might as well go for it. Yuxi. Pass.
Oh, no, don't raise it. Lower the volume. There we go.
G, not on the Yuxi.
Well, we're still. Oh,
A G.
yeah.
Sorry, wasn't sure if you were referring to mine or not.
No, I mean.
We're not. Yeah, I'm gonna put a head ringer unknown on that. Yeah, unknown
No,
HR.
I didn't hear. It just
I
said
know,
on
I know.
the Yuxi.
Yeah. He didn't.
I didn't know if it was bat or not.
It wasn't super clear. Yeah.
Yuxi for 4.
I'm just being silly.
Presents. Full psychic. Psychic on there. Just go down there. Dust squat. And this one was a Noir. It's to read the close the squat, so.
Yeah, well, obviously. No, that wasn't what I was concerned about. Making sure which variety Noir is going on.
Yeah. Shadow command.
Yeah, with respect to the Duskull, it must be nice having effectively a Pokebody that doesn't get shut off by Dialga. Right, and going,
Yeah.
this can evolve right now, even though I have body blocking.
And second strike, take knockout.
Okay, so it looks rough, but we're not entirely out of the game yet, huh?
No, we are not. Broken time space.
Oh boy.
Roseanne's research.
Uh-oh.
Rare candy.
You know, maybe I should have deafened.
Hindsight's 2020, my guy.
Yes, indeed.
Jump cloth. You know what? I think I can swing for this. Oh, that
you do have enough. Yeah, you've got the Q. You do have enough damage output here.
Yeah. We'll take that KO.
So it's -10 on it at the moment, so you need 110 total, which is on board. Do you want to do anything else before you do this? Not to.
No, I think I think I've played everything I want to play right now.
I do not. As yeah, we are highlighting them here.
Oh right. I will double ping that Dusk Noir.
Oops. That's okay.
That's not the effect of a double ping.
I know, I just missed the thing.
But if we want it to be. Yeah. So not to like overly coach to tell you what to do or anything. It's just these sorts of things I know we have a very big habit of forgetting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like these things being missed if it's not intentional, and this sort of thing is definitely not intentional to miss. Pretty much do it with all of you. So.
I have this. See? Put this down. Follow up. Build a bench. Hello, command.
Yep, that's exactly 6 in hand, so no discarding.
Yes, Seeker.
I still have not managed to get this card into many of my decks this round, but there is a good reason for it this time. Turns out VS Seeker is not very good when you're essentially Vile Pluming yourself in the start of the game, you know?
Not Ponder Noir. Put away the Energy Kingdra.
Is that discard or is it?
It's a shuffle.
Shuffle.
Oh no, the unknown Q, the most valuable part of all of that.
even to...
Yeah, it is on one of the opponent's Pokemon. That's pretty cool.
I should make it be a life put on active. I should make it put...
Yes, Pika. Yeah, we will. We'll get to that.
This is multi-energy on the Kingdra. Ping the Dialga G. Judge.
Yep. Not nearly as bad as the last one.
I will say this is significantly more work than this deck did for me when I tried it. Like I couldn't get anything going off it. Then again, maybe putting it against Lock's Charm wasn't a good idea. You know?
Yeah, that's like a miserable matchup.
So who knows?
Claydol.
I am too, Pika, but against this, I'm not sure. Let's see.
Q. Luxury Ball. Baltoy. Claydol. Claydol the second. Rare Candy, Jumpluff.
We really do be gaming this turn, my lord.
Mass Attack KO.
Okay.
That bumps BTS, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
new stadium coming into play, so...
Does that goes in on now, right?
Yeah, so
And
blah,
everything.
blah, blah. As long as you have Dust Noir level access to Stadium and play, put one damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon between turns. So yes,
Think.
we'll move the
Yeah, it's just that's where I automatically put them.
No, I know. That's that's why I was getting to it. And we got the price for it already, right? So
Yep.
yeah, it's not something we've seen for quite a while. Like Sai played the full-on Dust Noir deck, and that's been the only one we've gotten to see it in because it got banned immediately. The level X, that is.
Okay.
Hey, Pietrek.
Dark Palm the Kingdra.
So shuffle that back in. So this is well, it's the Pokemon trading card game played on Tabletop Simulator. Pepper has been maintaining the mod to allow for all sorts of cool stuff
Special
to happen
metal.
off of this, and yeah, like we have the boards are amazing now, to say the least, and yeah, you could basically pick up any of the cards you want from the entire history of the game, more or less, and
I can't do that. Right.
yeah, you've already got a tool on that one.
Yeah, can't do
Yeah,
that.
I just noticed. Yeah, fair enough. This is all, isn't it? So we'll take another ping and die if I deafen. So
I mean, it'll die out, right?
This is what the deck is designed to do.
Oh no, Deafen's 10.
Yeah, Defin's 10, and then the stadium taken out between turns. Annoyingly, between turns, so not that you're playing it, but a Cynthia wouldn't be good here.
yep. So deafen.
Yeah, no, you don't need the cards in real life to play here. We'll once this, in fact, you guys can keep going anyway with this stuff. We've got I'll show the basic feature stuff of it here as well. So we have the packs on here as well from basically any set that you would want, including the brand new stuff as well. From say Crown Zenith is in here as well. So yeah, you can go ahead and do it so that you can like open up the packs.
So this is a rare board state about to happen now.
Go on.
How often do you see this?
The triple clay doll, oh baby.
Alright, we'll use the first clay doll. We'll make the new one. Make it feel special.
Yep. Yeah, you can open packs and get stuff in. We only got a Clefairy doll in that one because that's lame. But yeah, no, you can open the packs. You can get the cards out. Again, sorry if I'm slowing you guys down. I just want to show Trainer Gallery Lunatone. That's a nice one. Oh, it's got a Volbeat and Illumise on there too. That's so adorable. I've not seen this artwork yet, so I haven't paid that much attention.
There's a Soul Rock which goes with it as well.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, so the game itself is we're playing Tabletop Simulator, available on Steam, and then there's the
second clay doll.
It's the Pokemon. It's like Pokemon Real Boosters. So I forget exactly what the name of this thing is. I'm sorry.
Real Boosters version 2.
Yeah.
The V2 version.
There's
1, 2, 3.
It's under the workshop stuff. See if I can get a link pulled up.
10 short.
Am I?
Special metal.
Yes, but am I? Let's see here.
Do I have to? Or are you
Roseanne's
on the rest of this? Oh, I see what you mean. It's like you're technically sure to getting the KO right now, but you've got resources to get another card to do it. Okay, that's where we're going with this.
Oh wait, I should probably see if I can energy it.
You might want an energy as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going between that
and yeah, mass attack for the KO.
10 spray on everything from the stadium in a second.
Yeah, because annoyingly that hasn't been able to be replaced yet. Real Boosters V2. See if I can copy the link here.
It's level X.
No, so Tabletop Simulator you do have to pay a little bit for. It's not, I think, what was it, like £15 or something last time I looked, somewhere in that bit. The mod itself is free. You just need to pay for the base game to mod it, to load it in with, and the actual mod itself is here. But yeah, you do require Tabletop Simulator, which is a paid game on Steam, but.
Ouch.
Here's a card I've not seen in a little bit. Yeah, Tabletop Sim itself costs money, but what we've done to it here does not. Tabletop Sim can do an awful lot more than just play this. It's literally a simulator for just about any board or card type game that you want. That sounds like uh-oh. Yeah, it's understandable. Yeah, there was one of my friends I ended up buying this for so we could play along for a bit as well, because he gifted me stuff before, so I was returning the favor. Yeah, have a good day, and
Yes, Seeker. Get back.
Did we do Dust Noir pings in the middle of
Yes.
between turns here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how
a long turn because
I'm wondering how the
Judge
horsey
will
has
count
no damage
right.
on it then.
That's meant to be. Sorry.
to Cyrus.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I wasn't trying to be rude, obviously.
No, I
I
just
was
missed one.
distracted. Yeah, you just missed one. That's the bit that got me. Is like if we pinged everything, then that should have had 10 as well. So I was just double checking. I mean, this shows how good of a card VS Seeker is for stuff, you know. Yeah, it really was, Pika. Wildly underutilized. I've said this a lot too, and really the only reason I've not played it in more of my decks at the moment is because I'm not.
Mikey Karen's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super good at building my own deck engines most of the time, and
Attach was this turn. I attached
Yeah.
this turn, didn't I?
you did,
Yes, you
you
did.
did. There was no
yes, it
energy
was,
in play
well.
otherwise.
Yeah, I should be smart. Keep turning the relatively healthy clay doll.
Alright, anything else?
That's it there. A round of pings.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to the fact of
That's true. No.
Yeah, that was a typo.
we have not like spent we have not spent the time in this format where we would be able to go. This is like a really good way of doing this stuff with it, right? And it's better than what is already being shown. So, especially when we're dealing with like known archetype stuff, which is what we're trying to do most of the time, it's tough. Ooh.
Warp point.
Okay. Thanks.
Aye. Yeah, I guess we just need it out of hand.
Pump. Actually, wait, no. I should do this in a smarter order.
Yeah,
This-
there's an
this
energy
is-
for it. Yeah, okay.
We will play it all.
It's
I'm
actually
looking for a
worth.
stadium.
Yeah, it's actually worth like, noting the stuff with it that way, because I have had some weird bits of just like dumping a hand on top of the deck and it doesn't. It's like a pseudo shuffle on it in the end. It's really weird.
Rare Candy Kingdra. Horsey. We will use the second clay doll. You know what that? Actually, don't wanna
Spooky,
think about
isn't it? You want to, but oh god, with this stupid stadium being chipping
That
us down.
stupid Dust Noir.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Because sadly we can't put it on the Kingdra that's already got the Q on it, so.
Okay.
Right, so this goes back to hand then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
PCOM. Actually, I should second.
Let's just make sure it's in there.
No, I'm just checking for something here. And
Was this
that's fine.
Roseanne played last turn then? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I got the horsey.
Got Horsey and Q, I believe.
Okay. Right,
Yeah,
and
then
then
you've got-
that's
yeah,
now the damage
Nothing
Kingdra.
Q.
It's fine. I'm just double checking on everything so I know what's going on here, because I know sometimes we don't clear up the board as much as we maybe should.
double ping the Dust Noir.
Yep, expected.
Mass attack.
Also expected.
The only thing is it's going to be hard to attack with that Dust Noir.
This is what I mean as well. We'll get that off the board real quick.
Yeah.
It's okay, just wait like 3 more sets and then you'll be discarding the supporters every time as well, so it'll be even better. Because then we won't remember if we've used one or not.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, honestly.
You know, if we're using the imprison markers to
Alan?
denote... Oh, yep.
Yep.
If we're using imprison markers to denote when we've played a power per turn, we could flip it and use the shot marker to denote the supporter being used, I guess.
Dialga energy.
At least for a while until we get used to it.
Straight off. Don't even forgot about that. Take that one. Where's the ball?
Yeah, nobody you knew actually discarded them for the first few sets because they probably just forgot that was actually a thing you were supposed to do.
Honestly, on longer turns, I can see it being useful having them out.
Oh yeah. Next time, well, the next and last time that Versus Seeker comes in, it's really good actually to be able to just pick up the same supporter again before Quaking Punch happens.
Start palming the Healthy Kingdra.
Thankfully that was not rare candied, so...
And pass it there.
Yeah, it's pass at this point.
Yeah, I just...
But yeah, like we were saying,
Maintenance.
VS Seeker being so underutilized. I mean, the only reason I'm not trying to fit it in this thing is because the decks I've been playing have mostly been Spiritomb things, right? And Spiritomb makes it a bit hard to play the VS Seeker as your engine for the deck.
Claydol. Actually, which one do I want to put in? That, there's more of that in the deck.
Ooh, okay.
Claydol the second.
Okay, so how do we do this?
Mass attack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Wait, is that not enough?
It is enough, just.
Because if we have to, we can still ping.
Yeah,
140, I count 9, 10, 11. I think that's 10 short, but you'll need to
Is
ping.
it? Hang on. So there's 6 here, so 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 10, 11. It is 1 short.
But we have Kingdra.
We do.
So
Is that
we can
what you
ping
want
it.
to do?
Actually, you know what?
Okay.
With plus part, ping the Dialga.
Okay.
Might as well put that damage somewhere else. And then we'll mass attack.
Stadium comes down again. And then damage goes again.
Hang on, let me get that out of
Yeah, I was about to do that as well. I was just looking at it going, yeah, that plus power goes as well.
Anyway, I can win from here.
This deck is surprisingly good, isn't it?
I know I don't think anything can be batted here.
Well, with Stadium, that's Oopsie's 1 bat. He's reached 2 bats.
That would be a lot to ask for.
I mean, my hand right now.
If any, well, I mean, I don't think. I will just. I don't know the deck, but I'll make the statement of I don't think you have DCE here, so it's.
Yeah, the
Otherwise-
list, I took it out.
Yeah. I've been looking through this going, I'm pretty sure this deck isn't on DCE right now, because otherwise I could see a line.
I would have
but-
expected it with the Yuxi.
Yeah. The energy was awkward because the Dust Noirs I moved to weren't DCE compatible.
Yeah,
That
that doesn't help.
Okay, I don't think I win from here, but I'm gonna bloody well try.
Go for it.
Belt. I win is I can tank a turn. Back on this because definitely gonna be part of the plan. Roseanne. Crobat. On the deck, Pokémon away a Toxic Roke. Actually, okay, that here. What is it? Draw 2. Yeah, we can get this started. This one's draw 4. Yeah. Hang on, don't take commitments. Big brain, think. You need 100 in real damage. Time I'm done here. Need 100 in real damage. 2.
Current damage output is at 100.
Yeah, the belt. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm there. Gonna have to YOLO. Yeah, I forgot. Is this because I forgot? Is this with YOLO for the 3rd turn? Oopsie.
Wait, was that 3 off?
That's
Roseanne?
No, Roseanne into Pokecom. The Toxicroak was
Oh.
from hand that got shuffled in.
Yep.
No worries, just making sure.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've kept track of what's going
Ping,
on.
Oopsie. Turn. Double turn back, ping a Claydol.
I mean,
Oopsie, draw 5. I hit it. Candy Dust Noir. Maybe not to draw 2. Actually, can't use this point to be honest. I hit the thing I was after. Yeah. Turn Dialga. Well, this 140 HP. Let's see you break through that in one turn.
Okay. Can I have a bit of help?
Yeah, so that goes, this goes, and then, yeah, I'll get the numbers on here. Oh, you've got it, okay. 50 goes up to 6. 2 prizes taken. Okay.
Broken time space. Plus par. Database search. Alright,
What's getting
let's
put back
go
in?
Put in Kingdra. Grab Hoppet. Horsey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
12, you need one more down. You've got plus power.
Kingdra.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
And I believe is that 130?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 3 damage mods is 130.
Yeah,
You've
130,
got, yeah,
mass
plus,
attack.
plus 20, plus 10. Dang! Yeah!
Hey, so I was trying to go for.
Mm-hmm. No, that was the best you could get off of it that way. I could understand that.
This was annoying me all game.
Yeah, I could see that too. So, there was one thing that I would have considered doing differently within the last, like, 2 turns of that game that, my guess as to why you didn't is maybe you didn't trust your ability to get Kingdra back out. Or maybe you just didn't see it, right?
I didn't trust my ability to get it
Yeah,
out.
because if you left that Dust Noir and Dust Noir level X at 10 HP in the active, there's no way that's getting healed in this deck, right? So, if you can get the Kingdra back out, ping the Dust Noir, and then take the prize, you take both of your prizes on the same turn. That Dust Noir's going fucking nowhere in this deck. Yeah, Warp Point is a thing, but it's not going off the field.
That was in the prizes, by the way.
Yeah, it's not going off the field, so it's even if it gets out of the prizes, you're not out of the prize, out of the active, you can still ping it down, and it won't go to here, right? So that was the only thing I was looking at, going, if I was playing this, I don't know, because I don't know what your hand was like. If you could have gotten the Kingdra out the next turn anyway, because I know that would have been Dark Palm back in, right? Then, yeah, that's totally the play I would have gone for.
To be fair, I was chaining Kingdras as much as I could there.
Yeah, I know. That was the thing. It was like, would you
At that point, I wasn't sure the resources left, and I wanted to be careful.
Mm-hmm. Was that when you still had 3 Claydol available, actually? Or did you only have 2 left at that point?
No, because it would have been one would have been palmed in at that point.
Oh, you kept palming. You had to keep palming in the Kingdras.
Yeah, I did find time to palm in 1 Claydol though.
Okay.
There was that Kingdra.
That is.
There was a Horsey, but it seemed like a soft target if he didn't evolve it, so it's kind of.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
People want to try and keep them off stadiums.
Yeah.
Not sure about these. But I haven't really seen the matchup for them yet. So.
That was a good game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is very rough still. It's not finished. It's not optimized at all yet. I made a lot of changes from the list on the thing though. I switched to Dust Noirs to Night Spin Shadow Command. Very good decision, I think. But it does put me off DCEs. It's a little awkward.
It's good and bad, to be honest. Like the card's not terrible overall. It has got a lot of good stuff going for it, but as you say, and then the other ones, the body synergizes so much better with the level X anyway, right? So it's good and bad. I can see reasons for either way.
But with no other supplemental draw, I think I felt I had to go Shadow Command. Yeah, maybe this deck just wants to run Claydols. That wouldn't have been a good matchup for Claydol regardless because mass attack, but maybe in general it's just what Claydols.
That was the problem that we found when you played Dust Noir Pure, right? So it was just like Shadow Command was not good enough on its own. We did find that issue
the lines
ourselves.
down a bit, though. I don't think I want to go below 3-2-3 on the Dust Noirs.
Yeah, it's
you want them out
understandable.
ASAP?
Yep.
So I think that's the most Claydol we've had on the board at one time.
Yeah, I think so. And with my thing, it wouldn't be any more than that. So yeah. Right. Well, that took a while, obviously, because these games do get that way. But what are we going for then?
I'll let Pepper, because we played a bunch on the Wednesday, and you guys have.
Okay.
Figure that's fair.
Fair dues, fair dues. Let's see what we can do then. See if this...
how long my attention span lasts.
Yeah, let's see how this works
Yeah, I
out.
don't know how many more games I've left in me after that one.
What the hell?
Huh. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of guys. Can't imagine why you might be doing that. What do we want?
Heads.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well. Go on, draw your card, show it to me.
Full energy.
Okay.
I may as well deck search. Using the call.
Furball, please, no. Can't have you standing on the keyboard.
Yeah, just a cube.
Okay. Alright, let's see if we can do anything. Well, that kind of helps, I suppose. Yeah, actually that helps a fair bit more than I thought it would. Right. Well, let's throw them down then, shall we? There. DCE babies. See what we're working with here. I say it helps a bit, it might, we'll see. Not immediately sure. So I know what I want to do, but no, that's obviously going to fail because the only reason you'd bench that many down is if your opening hand also has Power Spray. So, because otherwise there's no point in benching that many Pokemon down on the first turn when Ambipom isn't going to die to anything turn 1 going second. So you obviously have telegraphed Power Spray. So, because you're banking on the whole, I'm not going to win the coin flip and I'm going to Power Spray Uxie on turn 0. So. Yeah, that's not happening. So yeah, we're not getting Uxie, we're getting Spiritomb. And we are going to retreat with Moonlight Stadium.
Fun.
Yep, that's where we're going. This thing resists colorless, so snap attack isn't even gonna kill me if I go for the ability here. Just seeing what else we can do. As in what I need to grab out of the deck right now. I think it's probably just grab Curlier. And evolve there, and go ahead. Yeah, I want to grab it so bad, but I know what you've got, so...
Yeah.
Like I said, there is no reason you would bench 3 SPs in exactly on turn 1.
I had like 5 Pokemon in my opening hand. What am I supposed to do with that?
Understandable, but yeah, just looking at the setup for it, it's like there is absolutely zero way that you don't have a Power Spray in that hand. So if I went for Uxie, my game is over, and we're not in that business right now. Yep. I mean, it's still not amazing, but... Yeah, I mean, it's going to stop you doing half the stuff you want to do. I understand that, but I'm just looking in general going, it still
I know that's
isn't
the point of it, but it's still obnoxious.
Like, it's still not ideal for me here.
Match active. Yeah, I'll do the 40.
Yep. Yeah, like I was saying, it's not ideal. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't play. I can't do anything. My hand was unusable to begin with, so doesn't really matter. Yeah, I just completely impossible luck. There's nothing I could do. So yeah, maybe I could have.
times as well.
Yeah.
That was obnoxious.
Maybe what I could have done instead is to like curb this a little, was to potentially go where instead of putting the DCE down, I could have attached active, because I had both energy in the hand, so I could have attached the psychic active.
Probably then
but-
I'd probably have just arranged for a retreat to Luxray.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been able to attack with
anyway,
it.
just put the energy somewhere a bit safer.
Oh
but
yeah, I guess you could have queued, so you would have been able to. Yeah,
you on bronze one, so.
yeah, I couldn't really do much. Well, I mean, yeah, at least no, you wouldn't have been able to kill me though, right? So, because you wouldn't have been able to get like Lux G.
I
So
couldn't carry a ball in the tomb, and this guy was here anyways.
yeah, so effectively what I'm saying is that I would have been able to get two evolutions out of it, which would have been God of War at that point, and I don't think you do very well from there, because whatever you use, I pretty much get to abuse the fuck out of. So, because second turn I would have DCE'd the Curly or evolved it to God of War, and then from there I'm pretty much off to the races. So, but yeah. Just didn't have any playable opener, so it is what it is. Ironically, going first actually would have been way better for me there too, because I could have used a Searcher Supporter turn 1, and would have been like got a pawn or Roseanne or pawn or something. Let's go for heads. So yeah, adding to that is going second as well. So you know, double dose of not much I could really do. This time though, we're doing a fair bit better with stuff. We're gonna go Rats DCE, and we're gonna put the counter on, because we're gonna do the thing here. To be fair, I also did have like both of those vaults in the opening hand as well. I could have put something else down, but I was like, obviously not played around that much at the moment, but not super used to it, I will admit. But still, didn't really see it being that necessary to. So, my fault. We do have the curl, so that goes down, and yeah, let's see what you got.
Collector.
Yep.
You're not in there, that's okay, there's potential. Oh, okay, so rubbish there, prizes. on queue.
Yep.
This one goes down. As elf.
Seems alright, yep.
Oh, really?
Sounds unfortunate. Yep. Seems alright.
You down. In on the guard charm. Oops, 5. Oops, you go 4.
4, yep.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, this is counted. ECE.
Interesting, yep.
You want the oopsie. I'll do the for the extra 20 damage with earthquake.
Okay. Okay, so should be killable, right? Well it would be, but I need a few cards before that can happen. Right, so let's start. Yeah, let's start with this. So go babies, grab ourselves when it lets me search the deck. There we go, grab ourselves telepass. Okay, so we'll do that and we will telepass because you cannot use power spray when Keystone Seal is in play. So we will just use your collector. Yep, we're just gonna hard block that immediately. So go 1, 2, and is it in? It is there. Yeah, that's probably good. We'll grab a Yuxi for in later on in the turn. So we'll go attach. We'll put another one of these down, and then we'll use the Yuxi now. Draw the 5. That's one part of it. Get the stadium. Fortunately, probably not going to draw the other part here, but that's fine. We're gonna. I can't judge because I use babies. Right. Yeah. So we can't do the other part, but that's fine. I guess I could just do the evolution thing. Yeah, we'll just do the evolution thing. Fuck it. If you take a prize, I don't give a shit. Because I can get more guys out, and it's more important to do that. So. Yeah, no, I was obviously one card short of getting the KO and just like locking this game up immediately, but it is fine. We can still effectively do that. Let's go. Rena's probably better here. Go for it. Yeah, I see. Obviously, seeing the bit down, it's like, yeah, you could see the logic process is like it was one thing short of getting it, but I don't think it was especially warranted doing that right now. Maybe I'm wrong on this one because it is kind of annoying, but at the same time.
After this.
Wait, I just realized, how did energy gain even come down here? Didn't I have Spiritomb in play the whole time? Sorry, I should have caught that. I should have caught that, I'm sorry.
Oops.
Yeah. No, my bad, I should have caught that as well. It's just like the energy gain should not even be down there.
Yeah, you got it with an item.
We're not in Gen 9 yet, good sir. We have a long way to go before we get there.
We're 5 generations early for that.
I'm tired today.
Wow,
So.
this hand does not have a basic, but look how cool it looks.
Yeah,
and fucking everything else.
Think of a hand.
Gonna squeak for a ball. Damn. One sec.
Okay, mulligan card, yeah. I'm assuming you want it.
yeah, I was just thinking through my opener first.
Okay.
Why were you there?
Well, fair enough, I suppose. What do you want?
Heads.
Yeah, okay. Ah, yeah, I see why. Okay.
Yeah. One of those openers.
I know, well, I take 30 damage off of this hidden power, so that's pretty impressive. Wait, this thing's plus 10. I was like, wait, you better not be plus 20 to Psychic here. I will not hesitate to scratch.
But look at him. I hit a Coal Energy instead, though.
Okay,
so.
that seems reasonable.
I'm going to spare your Nidoran for now.
Excellent. It's all part of the plan.
Plus power scratch.
Please.
No idea.
That would be very silly, but...
Okay.
And this is where I reveal that I tapped Crobat-G into this deck.
I mean, you were complaining about the damage.
I was. Very, very true, I was.
It is in color.
It is also that, yes. Yep. Okay, let's see what we can do then. Oh, that's... Huh, it's actually kind of funny. Wasn't even thinking about that. Alright, well, as much as I don't want to, I think I do have to attach here, because I kind of need my stuff. Roseanne. Yeah, I am really not gonna like the way this turn has to pan out, but I don't think I have much of a choice in the matter, so... Ironically, this would be better served as a collector this time, but Roseanne is kind of important for the energy side of this deck, so... yeah, bit of a shame, but we're gonna have to go down that route for it. God, I do not like this hand the way it is, though. But, yeah, needs must. We're gonna go out to the tomb, we're gonna pay the counter, and I'm gonna evolve. Honestly, I'm not a massive fan of the way I have to play this one either, but, you know.
Not fun for me either.
Understandable. Item locking is pretty good against SB decks. That's one of the few ways to try and slow this down. That's, you know.
One of the only ways to really slow it down.
Okay.
Yep, that seems pretty good.
screen, put 30 on it.
Okay, no supporter, huh? Can't imagine why. Okay. Well, it's not great, to be totally honest with you. I do have the Guardi, but not a lot else really happening right now. We'll attach to it, at the very least. Yeah, really not a lot else going on right now. We'll just put the counter on and get the Nidorino out and play, I suppose. Not much else to do. Kind of annoying, to be honest. Yeah, go for it.
Fire on the Garchomp. Oopsie for free.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus.
Okay.
There's one I can give you. Oh, shit.
I won't look more than I can see from the corner. Also, I'm not so sure that is one you can give me, but it's one that you have to in this situation, I imagine.
Energy and the supporter is still really good. Especially when it doesn't use your supporter for the turn.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what I can do with it in the end. Yep. Okay.
Here's
So,
Cyrus' turn.
yep.
Take KO.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get the counter off. You there, because I want to use the button. I don't care if it's suboptimal. I'm using the button anyway. Right. Okay. We will draw. Attempt the telepass.
That's right.
Yep. Roseanne.
Well, but if you're desperate for energy, then
Yeah, unfortunately the energy is not the best bit here, but that is fine. I'm trying to think what even is the best route for this. So I know what I want to do, it's just not quite in the cards right now. I need a fair bit more than what I have. I can probably shoot for it though. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, if you've got another one, you've got another one. The deck only plays 3 normally, so, Alright, you ready for the tech that does, like, almost nothing against you, but I'm still gonna put it down anyway, because we have another card here. Jirachi, we'll go for this power. I have 1 right now.
yeah, you're allowed to do that.
Yep, we'll grab that 1. Yeah, unfortunately can't quite get further with it there, but... Alright, spray 2. Yep. Expected. Not much to really do about it. We'll attach active and go ahead then, I guess. I mean, I can't do anything about God draws, let's be honest. Because that's really all it comes down to right now.
Cyrus.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Yep.
Cyrus spray lightning. Radar. Straight up alert. No power. Attach lightning. Attach gain. Bronzong move this to the guard charm.
Yep.
Chew on the Uxie. G on the Bronzong. Start psychic locking me down. I will just. I'll do this.
Yeah, GG. That's bullshit. Yeah, it's your typical god draws. That should not have happened, to be honest. Whatever. We can't get a good game going with this. It's annoying because I want to be able to show this off properly, and we just can't get a game going because I can't draw with shit. This is the only time this deck is fucking bricked, and it's only because you luck out of the ass. It's really annoying. So I want to actually be able to show this off properly. I mean, this is basically how Pram lost, is because he got unlucky. Wasn't the deck was better than what he was playing against, but it got unlucky, and that's all there is to it. I guess in that case it's technically lore accurate, right? But it doesn't make it any less annoying.
I was gonna say, but I felt like an asshole if I'd said.
Yeah, I know. What do you want?
Heads.
Also, the fact if you've gone first in every single game doesn't help either. Yeah. Well, barring, was it the second one? But then you made the goof in the second one, and we could go as a non-starter because of that. But yeah, it doesn't help that you're going first in every single game in a matchup where it really kind of, like, I would like to be going first in order to get the stuff down, right? But, you know, shit happens.
Bronzong. Attach DCE. Yeah, you'll blind yourself.
Yep. I mean, also that, I guess in that last one, if I had a DCE instead, then you would have probably just lost that game. Yep. Because, yeah, Psychic Clock on the second sort of bit there, like if I could have attached that instead of the Psychic, he probably would have just lost from there. Okay. So it's just that little noise, but so like of course you get it, you know, so it's just adding to the frustration of it a bit. We have Roseanne, so But, you know. We can grumble all we like on it, but in the end, I think this one's probably going to go a little bit better for me, because I actually have space to get this out this time, so we're going to do that. Yeah, I think we will. Makes sense here for it. So straightforward enough then, we'll put the DC on the vaults, and we will pay the tax, and we will get the clay doll. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should bench the Nidoran first as well before I do the dumb, because that could actually matter as well. Alright, now you can go.
Okay.
Benching the Nidoran after doesn't matter, because I wasn't going to evolve the Nidoran anyway. It's just, I should, because then I might get Nidoran the next turn.
Energy on the Bronzong.
Yeah, there's a spicy bit.
Luxie for 4. Looks right down. Hot.
Yep.
You on the G.
Yep.
Retreat. Bronzong move to DCE over.
Yep.
And put the 30 on.
Sure. Alrighty then. One would really hope for a slightly better hand than what we have going here, but whatever. We'll put another Spiritomb down. I have a feeling I'm gonna need that here. Whoa, where the frick do we go with this one? That is the question. I'm going to use the clay doll. I just need to figure out what else I can get rid of in this hand, because it's weird. Probably that. It's one of those of I want it, but I don't think I can use it right now, so... 4... Okay. Strange little hand this is. It's so weird. I guess we'll bench another Ralts and then I'll pay the tax and evolve to Killier. It's weird and I don't like it, but I mean, what else am I gonna do right now? I kind of need my guys, right?
Yep.
So yeah, go for it.
Collector.
Yep. Yeah, as far as supporters go, the damage has already been done, so...
Yeah, like, when you're forced to just play that first pont, it's...
I guess if we're really getting into the lore accurate part of this, is go, that's a good supporter card, let me read it for a sec, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I read that. I thought I read it once, I can't find it again.
It can't be true with somebody as good as Pram, surely.
It's so wrong, but
Yep.
I'll jump for Nuxie. Bench Chomp. TCG jump.
Yep.
On the Gonzong. 50 for free.
Yep.
And take KO.
Seems good to me. So now I've got to think of how potentially aggressive this turn can be, because obviously there's quite a lot that could happen. But it's tough with the way this hand is. I'm not sure. It's all about what Claydol is going to give. Is how aggressive can this afford to be? Because it's like, what if I draw, you know, if I have like a luxury ball or something like that as well, this suddenly becomes really, really strong, but then I can't do that if I put Spiritomb in the active. But I don't know, I guess I should probably go Tomb here. It makes more sense overall, even if I don't like it. And, well, I was kind of right to not like it. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We can make something work. So I have Moonlight Stadium, so we're going to throw that down. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to Yuxi draw 3 here. Okay, that's not unreasonable, actually. I kind of don't... I do and don't like the way this is going to go at the same time, but... It is a strange one. Alright, fuck it, this kills anyway. Right, we're gonna go there. We are going to Moonlight Retreat. We are going to Expert Belt the Curlier. Rare Candy Gallade. Judge. I've noticed the 80 HP threshold is really good here, so, you know. Yeah, I figured there was a spray probably in there somewhere, so, but even then it doesn't matter. Yeah. Psychic was attached this turn, so... Right? Yeah, it definitely was. I didn't have Psychic last turn. Attempts to Claydol.
You know me.
Yep. Alright. Kill the Luxray. Super Psybolt for 80 with the belt.
Yeah, speed X weakness earlier.
Yeah, the true MVP here. I could have teleportation bursted back to the Spiritomb, but I think it was better to actually just get stuff going here. Because Luxray level X bringing this up would be kind of annoying, getting first hit on it and all, so... Plus, if you level X it, you could poke it, turn it afterwards, because you'd get the Spiritomb out of the active, so I think it's better just to make sure that I take it out. So I don't especially fear the Garchomp at the moment. Yeah, you can kill something, but I don't care. You know? The important thing is you can't kill this, so, you know.
Like there's always happening here.
Okay, yep. I mean, I have already forced you down a bunch of Yuxi as well, so... Doesn't seem like an unreasonable turn for me there.
No, what are you? oopsie. Gain on the chomp.
Mm-hmm.
DC on the Bronzong. Oopsie for 5.
Yep.
Radar.
Mm-hmm.
This back in.
Mm-hmm.
Push the Garchomp. Retreat. DCO fly.
Sure.
Heal these. And Dragon Rush to Claydol.
Yep. Seems good. Alright, we will draw.
Yeah, I thought I shouldn't be taking blind prizes.
Yeah,
No,
I've done that so many times as well. It's yeah,
Oh, I did actually pick the right prize though, so.
that's fine. Alrighty then. Babies. Here she comes to save the day. Where are we at? Unless I have prized both of them. Which it looks like I fucking have. Okay. Alright, no worries. We can still kill the Garchomp, and that's the main thing. We'll get this one. Yeah, didn't see that coming, huh? It's not quite for that. Moonlight Stadium out to this guy. Energy Connect. Yep. Psychic Connect even. Keep calling it the wrong thing, but that's fine. Yeah, it's an often as, so you can block it if you want. It's just going to happen again anyway.
Definitely on 2 SP at the moment because I had to oopsie so hard.
Yeah, I suppose there is also that. Yeah, I've got the DCE, and we will unfortunately have to flip like 3 prizes for it, but we will Psychic Cut for the KO here. 110? Or 120 even? And I mean, I want this, but I think I kind of have to take the Cardi. But, like, what am I doing with Gardevoir on this board is the only problem, right? Like, where is it going right now? It's not really doing anything, because I can't get it out with what I have. But can I take another prize before I have to? Yeah, probably. You've got weenies on the board. Yeah, we're gonna actually take the Roseanne here. Your board is nothing but weenies. I can take it out with cut, no problem.
Did not expect you to get a KO that turn, not gonna lie. I had a lot of plans and all of them involved the Garchomp dying.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when I don't have Psychic Clock available. I have to do something else. I'm like half regretting having this thing in the deck, but at the same time that was fucking amazing, so you know, I'm okay with that.
Thinking if I can how
I'll say it's even on prizes at the moment. This is far from over, but
yeah. What if I do? It starts with conspiracy.
cool. Yep.
Looks Ray down. Fire on the Uxie.
Yep.
And Sahi Restore.
For 50, and then yep. All right, what's the victim? It's got to be Azelf, yeah. There's no way otherwise. Right, we will draw. Well, yeah, that kind of doesn't help a lot, but whatever. This turn is actually kind of spicy. It just depends where I want to go with it here. It's probably reasonable enough. We'll start with Rozan, because I think that always has to happen here. Which is, might as well just be energy and routes, I think. Should it be energy, actually? There's none in the discard, so... Because there's the other option, isn't it? Is pick up Jirachi for later on, but there's none in the discard, so I don't think that's really that good. Yeah. Or it could be for just now if I like pay retreat with psychics, right? That's also a thing. Because yeah, you've noted you do not have enough guys in play to power spray. Seems a little dangerous, but I think I need the routes instead here, so yeah. Would be very cool though. Yeah, let's go. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Because we can always just shift it where we need to anyway. No, I think it's reasonable enough. I'll pay the retreat here so I can level up this one. Yeah, we did attach the psychic here, so we will use the, was it psychic protection, so I don't have a weakness next turn. Still gets the KO. I can take an open prize, so I still have Galley potential later. I will admit it was kind of tempting to switch back into Spiritomb and evolve one of the guys here, but I need the prize first, so you know. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I've not been able to do all of what I want to do this game, but shit happens, and we're making the best of it.
Let's get the others out of the way first. Aaron's.
Yep.
I kind of need these back.
Yeah, I think you do. All things considered, I think that's important. Sadly, Bring Down doesn't do shit right now. That's the unfortunate bit of my board state, but hey, that's okay.
Radar.
Yep. Yep.
Retreat to that. That's first. Stupid. This.
Yep. Yeah, I figured if you're gonna bring that in, you need to do that first. Yes. If that is a target.
Would not I kill this here actually?
Galley's got 130 HP, so you don't want that healing, right?
It is fairly
You're
chunky.
laughing, but you're actually right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm actually not kidding here. It's like you really don't want that healing, right? Yep, damage goes on that.
Most
Not
things
attack.
here are fairly chunky.
I haven't attacked this turn, so DC can go down here.
Yep, that's true.
And
Flash or
Flash
impact or
KO. In
Yep.
the 30. Yeah, don't want Rust in that short.
Yep. Okay, we will draw. Well, that's kind of good. Okay, let's see. This is where if I put the Jirachi in the hand, it might have actually been kind of okay. But I still don't have Psychics in the discard, right? So it's whatever. It's just funny the way this has ended up. It's just been like, yeah, I can kind of do whatever with it, you know. Who cares? Let's go Psychic on there just to get an attach down, and we will pawns here. Do our 6. Fair dues. Yeah, I mean, I guess there really isn't, with the way this hand is set up, there really isn't a reason not to just kind of go in and just use my stuff. So yeah, we'll just go. It doesn't matter whether I teleport or retreat manually here because it's in my stadium. So we'll just do that. We'll move the energy over with Connect because it's an often as. I know I should be asking, but I don't think you want to spray this one because it will still just let me do it anyway. And yeah, we're gonna Psychic Cut for the one shot because 2 times 2 weakness. Don't even need to reveal the guys. So I know you could like Dragon Rush it next turn, but I don't even think that's that good, to be honest. So yeah, we'll just take that and be on our merry way. All right.
Get out of there.
Gallade kind of done exactly what I wanted it to do, so can't be too upset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does Garchomp heal itself?
Yes,
Sure does.
all SP Pokemon you have in play. So yeah, that's the one thing because I haven't been able to do like any shenanigans with Guardy this game. It's been a bit annoying. Yep. But that's what happens when you prize both of them. You've got to do the alternative strats in this. And I'm glad I can at least show some of the alternative strats in this, right?
Fire down the Bronzong.
Yep.
Dragon Rush it.
Yeah, on the Gallade.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. I don't know why I'm putting that out first, actually. That does not matter on this board. Yeah, I'm not putting that out. You've got only 2 SPs down. Right. We will draw. That's like so close to being good here. Yeah, I am
Squeak.
1 card short of this being like really strong, but do not have the capability to do exactly what I want, which is a shame. Is that still worth? What have we gone through? Honestly, it probably is. We've gone through the Luxray stuff, basically. Like, I know probably playing the free 1 count stuff here, but even then, Permeable getting it back out is hard. If Nightmane is in this deck, that gets locked by Tomb. If we have Aaron in the discard already, I'd find it a bit hard to think VS Seeker's gonna be in here, and even if it is, Tomb kind of stops that as well. So I think it's pretty reasonable here to be able to do stuff with that. Let's go for the Jirachi. Okay, get 2 energy. That's pretty good. Down onto that. It's kind of nice that we can just shift it when I need to. Yeah, because I'm looking at it going, like, doing 80 doesn't really matter here, right? I don't think we've seen turns, to be honest. Because I've not been giving you access to them most of the time. Yeah, so doing 80, it's fine, but it doesn't really do a lot for me here. Might be better just to have a stronger setup turn. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. I'm going to attach a Psychic down, and I'm going to judge, I think. I mean, I'll be honest, it's still not completely ideal for me here, but I think it's manageable, if nothing else.
You probably improved my hand, to be honest.
Probably, but, you know, sucks to be me. Yeah, okay, so I think we can do it like this. So it is risky, but at the same time, it's kind of important. No, no, I will, because I know what I'm doing with it here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna zero retreat to the Spiritomb, and I'm gonna pay the tax, and I'm gonna get Career out again. Because I do have that in deck still. So yeah, that puts it at the 100, so it can't get KO'd by Garchomp, so it is important here.
I was thinking, are you going to let me just kill that for game? Because
No.
I would find a way.
No, we're gonna lock out of it here. Yeah, I mean, technically you could have found a way, right? Because you just need an energy, and then you'd be able to go retreat, poke turn, you know, after moving the energy up. So yeah, but no, that's fine. That's why we're doing it this way. So yeah, go for it. And there's like nothing on your board that can actually really do shit to this right now, so I'm pretty safe on that. Yeah, trust me, I am fully aware of the risk that I'm taking on this right now, but I think I kind of need to.
Oh. Energy on you, see?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Oopsie.
Yep.
Oopsie for 6.
A very rare game where you've been able to use powers the entire time against a God of War deck, you know?
Three. Psychic Restore.
Yeah. Okay, we will draw. Oh, see, that would be very funny, but we don't have access to stuff with that right now. Alright, I can play this game, I don't care. Attach, free retreat, teleportation burst for KO with the belt, back into you.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll wait till I draw at least.
Okay.
I'll wait till I draw at least, but not like the look at this. Even if I kill that, how? I know I'll play it out. Yeah, I think this is possible. Did I draw? Yeah, I drew. Yeah.
You did, yeah. I mean, that did do one annoying thing for me, but we'll get there as we do.
Go in. Well, do this. And Earthquake.
Okay, yep. So the annoying thing is now I can't kill this because I don't have the capital to do so. But yeah, because I would have been able to kill it if you left it active last turn. But now, yeah, I don't think I can. It wouldn't be enough anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. I'll flip these because I want to see if I would have done it anyway. Because yeah, I would have. I had TSD. I was gonna get the galley back and kill it if it stayed active, but because I've got one face down prize, I can't do it. So yeah.
Really, I thought I was out that game. I was about to scoop Fortnite play it out. I think it's bad, but at least give you an ending. But well, surprise myself.
You only won because I prized both God of War. I'll just tell you that right now.
That was a terrible prize.
You only won because I prized both God of War. If I had Psychic Lock at any point in that game, you would have lost immediately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did. I mean, at least I got to show the rest of the stuff off here of it, but I did not get a good showing with this deck whatsoever today. It's very annoying, to be honest. But yeah, nothing I can really do.
Don't worry.
Such is the way. Bad draws do happen, and yeah, I didn't get a single good draw today, so you know.
Yeah, this list was on 4 sprays, so it's that at least. I wouldn't be there. I don't have DCEs. I've blown through them all early.
Yeah, but you already had the gain down, so I couldn't stop the Dragon Rush anyway. Yeah, it was having to take that prize. Well, maybe I didn't have to take it, but like I don't know what else I could have really done other than take it there. Like, because I needed to keep that Curlier as a Curlier to go for the Gallade play, right? So I couldn't exactly evolve that. And I didn't have any other... Like, just leaving the Yuxi to live seems not correct either. I don't think there was a better way that I could have done it. Your one Pokemon... I mean, I didn't have an Expert Belt left either because they were both already on stuff in play. So I wasn't able to do that. Oh, wait, hang on. How much damage would I have had to have done, right? 110. You had 2 energy on you, right? Am I just dumb? Am I just, like, really dumb here?
Yeah, so that's me. I thought I had you on, I thought you had me on energy burst damage.
I didn't think it was going to be able to do enough. What did I have? I had, like, 2 psychic.
And there was 4 psychics on your bench, like, between everything.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have been, like, 10 short still.
Energy in hand, I think you had it.
I probably did. I didn't realize it could get that far up, to be totally honest with you. Fair enough.
Yeah, because you had a ton of energy in play because of the...
Jirachi. Yeah, okay, so I need to talk a little bit about the tech stuff in this list, right? Even though, yeah, we've gone a fair bit. Obviously, it's Nidoqueen focused because, well, this is one of the only things that might stand half a chance of dealing with the Jumpluff stuff, and even then, it's still not a favorable matchup. But this thing does kind of murder Jumpluffs quite easily, so there's that. And then it's the whole like heal thing with this alongside, which yeah, that really came up too, not being able to get that out. And
yeah, I killed it specifically because I knew your Gallade was in 1 Dragon Rush range.
Yeah. So like that obviously came up, and it was yeah, obviously the healing with that helps so that you can stave off some of the attacks. You just keep switching between the things. That's what the other God of War is in here for. Psychic Connect, being able to move the psychic energy around whilst your other things are healing, helps to actually get the attacks with Nidoqueen. It gets the attacks with the other stuff going. It does eat into the Psychic Lock consistency a little bit, especially when you still run the level X, but I think it is important enough. You can't necessarily rely on Moonlight Stadium every single time for it, so I think that and the plus 20 HP kind of useful for the Guardian level X. Well, I'm still not super sold on the Gallade, but it is that one-shot option, and it is that KO against Luxray, so I had to keep it anyway, and obviously it paid its keeps here. And then this fucker. So you saw the second side of it here, right? Where I can Stardust Song, I can get energy back out the discard, and then I can move those with the Psychic Connect with the Gardevoir. We could still do that in the upcoming format too, it's kind of great, but we don't have the other stuff around it, so whatever. But obviously Time Hollow is an absolute ass against any deck that's using Rare Candy, right? So we saw the flaw with this before, right? Where it's like Jumpluff, even with an Expert Belt, you hit 80, Jumpluff retreats, it stays on the bench, you hit with that thing, you just got to keep cycling through, and eventually there's like 3 Jumpluff in play that have been slamming you for several turns and you've got nothing going on it. And then you play this down. And then you get the energy from wherever, like, if you can get them out the discard, great. If you can get them otherwise, even better. It counts energy, not energy cards, so if you put the DCE on this, that's 2 removes as well. And you just devolve their entire lot. And anything that's rare candied immediately dies. Anything that's not rare candied and has damage from a previous fight dies. And yeah, I looked at it going, this is absolutely perfect for what I'm trying to do here. It also gets the energy back out of the discard so I can accelerate it to, say, the Nidoqueen or something there. I didn't even care when it's like, okay, 3 Psychic Energy, all of them on the board, Gallade goes down, sure, I'm going to get 1 to 3 of those back with the Jirachi next turn anyway. And that just keeps my flow going. So yeah, I subbed the call energies out entirely for just Psychics. I took 1 energy out total because I thought I've got enough preservation, and I really wanted the extra slot for a 3rd Moonlight Stadium. And yeah, I kept the Azelf level X despite being protesting heavily against it, because this whole deck is weak to Psychic, I have got to acknowledge that. And obviously, if anything, yeah, I mean, this is
I did end up bringing something purple.
Yeah, but this guy kind of stops it from mattering, unfortunately. So
I didn't get him out that often, but yeah, I get your point.
Well, I mean, if you can actually attack with Noir, then it's a bit of an issue for it, isn't it? But yeah, it's I suppose. I mean, Dust Noir's attack at least does a one-shot, which is good. But even so, yeah, this thing probably would be a really bad like match to go against as well. But at the same time, like I am ready for the item lock setup, right? Because I have it myself, and you know that's the setup that we have to go behind. So I do have more of the stage 1 because of that. That's like I only have I never saw a single rare candy in a playable spot in that entire game, but you know it's just the way the lock happens. But you know, yeah, that was that. And then one of the things I had noticed in testing against Sai's like jump off Kindra thing, which is recovery was a thing. I used my Palmer. He doesn't play Palmer, so I can't telepass Palmer. And I wanted my Gardevoir level X back. Couldn't get it because I'd already used Palmer.
Yeah,
so
that's one thing I found with this, that the lack of recovery is painful. So by the end, even if I had Primary Ball, I'd have Lux Race.
yeah, I was kind of thinking, oh yeah,
my Aaron's get Guard Jump back.
Yeah, I guess the Rose Raid is probably instead of like a third Lux Ray or something. I was like, yeah, if there's gonna be anything that way, it's like a 3-1 Lux, and we can go from there. But no, it was it was pretty alright. I was like, TSD is great because I could, if I have those candies that I've not been able to use in the early game because of Spirit Tombing up, then I can just get the Gardevoir back, right? And I can just go candy into that from what I've got on the bench. Yeah, like I said, I was going to TSD to get the Gallade and Sonic cut the Garchomp for 120 because it had the belt on it, but maybe I should have not KO'd, knowing that that was going to be the thing off of it. But then I don't know what.
I think your plan is if I had recognised that, I probably wouldn't. But to be quite honest, because I wasn't thinking about a delayed comeback too much.
Yeah, I was. It was just a weird spot of going. Well, yeah. How do I not? I guess how do I not lose to the thing? It's just like I couldn't quite. I guess I couldn't work out how they should have killed the Jirachi, and then it would have been definitely a thing. But I wasn't quite sure how to thing it. But yeah, I honestly, this is how little experience I have playing with the other Gardevoir. I completely forgot about Energy Burst scaling that much of what I had on board. The fact that you kept the 2 energy on the thing.
That's what I was in Prize Rush mode because I knew if I knew this was going to get to the point of killing me very quickly.
Yeah, it's. That's just a player error thing in that end. I should have recognised that.
I that game close to perfect. I'm sure like someone who actually played in the format who saw my hand would be screaming at me.
Yeah, but it's okay because
I'm still not sure how best to use these turns. Not at all.
It depends on the situation, doesn't it? Really. But hey, I mean, we got to see literally everything that wasn't Psychic Lock, so yay!
Yeah, that's probably better than Psychic Lock game, to be honest. To watch, I found it pretty interesting, to be honest. Seeing all the fancy interactions come out.
Yeah, you can see this deck was relatively well teched in its own right. You know, like I didn't have the Machamp stuff in here, obviously. Pram's deck had that and had the Dustoir instead of the Nidoqueen. I figured I needed the Queen if I wanted to stand up to the Jumpluff stuff, even though that is still not a good matchup. I'll just tell you that right now. I figured I might have more of a chance here than against the Jumpluff, really, but it's okay. Yeah,
this
just
also checked out. It's not an old. It's a modern. It's a list I took from a Discord, the 2010 Twitter's Discord's webcam tournament. I found a list on there. Made a couple of changes to it.
Yeah.
The changes I made were adding an SP energy because the original list only had 2 fires for Born Infernape. There's 2 R's in that cost. One ends up in the prizes. It's kind of bad.
Yeah, understandable.
Like the Infernape, I wanted something with fire in it to hedge against Kingdra a bit.
Yeah, Kingdra Donphan was the other deck I was considering. Yeah.
I didn't want to build this build just for little meta. You know what I mean? I wanted to at least go in with the idea that I might be facing some wild unknown stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys hadn't already played, like, you know, 5 years worth of games before we started, Kingdra Donphan was the other thing I was going to bring in, so, yeah, understandable. Because that could be pretty difficult.
I was originally judging this list, but I just thought this. Was this the other list? Oh, no, I was judging this list as well. I was over a Pont. Or Pont over a Judge because I didn't think this list would be able to survive judging itself.
Judge is
right,
generally, yeah, Judge is pretty good against SP lists in general, right? So
I tweet to be more draw heavy.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I do? I forget what else I did, to be honest. I'm a bit out of it still.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously this was adapted from stuff as well. I'm not claiming to be the main thing of it here, but I thought this was, in the end, this was going to be better than the Kingdra version to go with, because the Kingdra one was neat, but it used a couple of rainbow and like one water down here instead. So because you could energy psychic connect to rainbows as well, so that obviously gives you a little bit more versatility with this kind of power. And yeah, it's like that gets Kingdra online much more easily. I've still got one raw energy I can search with the Roseanne and whatnot. And it didn't play Jirachi, obviously, because, you know, I saw Jirachi at the end and I was like, this is the perfect idea for playing in a raw, pure psychic deck sort of bit here when I can move those energy away. If I was playing against Sai and I pulled off like a 3 or 4 energy time hollow, that would have just like almost ended the game on the spot, you know. So it was the one thing I could think of that's like this works in both aspects, you know. And yeah, had I mean, you could go the whole classic Yu-Gi-Oh player, not read the cards all the way off it, but no, I just didn't think it scaled that much with what was there. So yeah, I should have.
You just had a lot of energy on board, and 110 isn't that high a target, and you had a belt on as well.
Yeah, I think I forgot about the belt, I think, as well. I was just like, nah, there's no way this is going to get up to enough. But it is all good.
Belt for I think I had like 6 energy on board plus belt. If you had any energy, you would have been able to make it, and that's why I thought I was done.
Yeah.
It was with my 2 as well, so yeah, you would. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you had it easy.
So I messed up. It's all good. Yeah, I don't like the fact if I can only fit
Bring
1-1.
down would have won that turn actually. That's the other thing I wasn't sure about.
The which bit?
Bring down.
No, because I had
60?
60 on board, so
Yeah, I thought I had a bronze on 60 at the EQ.
no.
3 count on the bronze on?
Pretty sure no.
I energy switched once and I earthquaked.
Did you not heal after the switch though?
Collapse.
You did full heal the previous turn as well, so because you did get the Garchomp level X down that turn. So I can't maybe, but I can't imagine you would have had just 60 HP left on
but
that.
then it would the other Star 60 would have been an Oopsie with an earthquake counter. I definitely had an Oopsie at one point.
So what did I have anything down that had less than that? Because Jirachi had 60 exactly, so that would have been the thing off of it. Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch the VOD to be sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I had something with 60 sitting around.
Maybe. I don't know. I was just trying to look at the normal damage number stuff, I guess. Oh no, your Bronzong had G on it, didn't it?
Bronzong had G, yeah, it had a G.
Yeah, so I
game,
couldn't bring down
G
that.
Get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would have bounced off that, yeah.
But yeah, Yuxi clearly could have been a thing. I don't know. Like I said, messed up at the end of the stuff, but it's all good because learning experience. And hey, it shows that this is a pretty decent matchup at the very least, right? Even without Psychic I couldn't telepass that entire fucking game because I just didn't have it available ever, thanks to the prizes, and we still ended up keeping it reasonably close. Which is not bad considering this supporter layout is not necessarily the greatest self-sufficient thing.
I'm sure I made a ton of mistakes. Like I had put turns at one point. I just didn't know how to make use of them. I'm sure a better player probably would have done something better to preserve Lux Ray or something along those lines.
Perhaps. It's tough. You definitely wouldn't have been expecting to surprise Gallade Fu out of nowhere there, so you know. Fucking Psychic Cut, man. It's still pretty good, apparently.
That Dialga Dust Noir game was very close.
Yeah. So
This was from another list, but it went through some. But I misread the list and I ended up making a ton of changes on top of that. So it's basically a completely new list at this point.
I think my only disappointment really from today is that, well, I didn't really get to play God of War the first time because I never played it initially, despite the thing for it, right? And I still never got to play it because I never got to Psychic Log once in this whole thing. Because, yeah, just like two bad things, one mistake that would cause the game restart, and then I prized both God of War. So what's a guy to do? I just wanted to Psychic Log, man. Couldn't do it.
Full-time 2010 streamer, I'm sure they exist.
Probably. Nah, it's fine. It's just disappointing because it's like, yeah, I literally is one of the best, so-called best cards of all time, and I just never actually got to use it in a game. Because the one time I got it out, you just power sprayed it like 600 times anyway. So, you know. Sadness. But it's all good.
I'm done for the night. I gotta go.
For sure. And now, good stuff though. Obviously, Lockchomp was one of the best sort of decks of the time as well, and yeah, we basically recreated the way it went, just with the Infernape instead of Dialga style of things in here. So
this is a different list to the Worlds list in general. I copied more I prefer to go for more modern versions if I can.
I gotta be honest, it's not that different. Like, the Roast Raid is a pretty interesting tech stuff at least, but
I'm not sure what it was there for. I left it in mostly as a test because I wasn't sure what it was there for. It never really came up, I don't think, but
this list is softer into other Lockchomp decks as well, the other SPs in general, because it doesn't have the Dragonite as well. That would be the big bit, because Dragonite doing 80 for DCE, and the energy gain is ridiculously good in the mirror. So yeah, like, it's not that different though. Like, you replace this with the thingy, you replace the Infernape with the Dialga stuff. It's effectively 2 metal in there anyway, so you replace those outright. And yeah, 3-1 Garchomp and 2-1 Luxray instead of 2-2 on each. There's not a lot of other differences in it, actually. I think there's one spray, basically, instead of the Luxray, the second level X. And most of it's actually very close to what...
I don't think the Worlds list had Premier Balls.
No, because it didn't need the Premier Balls. It played extra supporters down here. There was a third Ponce, and I think there was a night maintenance in the deck that you don't
Radar.
And another Radar, yeah. So inherently, it's actually more consistent, Edie. Well, but you know.
I know the part of me to go to 3-1 is better starts, less of these guys. Not that you'd tell from my starting look.
No. Every Pokemon unknown Q, basically. Never mind. Yeah, so obviously there are differences to it, but ultimately these decks are going to look fairly similar regardless, aren't they? Because it is using basically the same core in all of them. So, and their massive reliance on Yuxi being why decks like this play free Judge, you know.
Yeah, I think I went up to was the old list 2-1? I went up to. I know I wanted 3-1 specifically.
Might have been. I have the list actually. I know you wanted to go. I'm sorry, but let's just really quick bring it out because I have the list outright over here.
Yeah, I wanted 3-1, but for the better draw engine and slightly more Machamp respect, because I don't have anything specific.
Yeah, I mean that's also fair. Yeah, Machamp is just like a card we have just literally never seen this entire thing because it's just, so awkward.
I have thought about it a couple of times, but it's never really lined up, I guess.
Oh, there's a Pecom in here as well, right? Okay. Wait, you don't have Luxury Ball in here.
It's
Heretic.
It's all basics.
Heretic. After all the bitching we did about it, and I've just realised you don't have it in here. That's so funny.
Remember what I said though? The only exception is you've got literally all basics and level X's, where it's basically dual ball, one heads.
And that's still better than... Oh, whatever. It's all good.
What's
It's
the
all
cost? Have fun.
good. Yeah, okay, the unknown texts are missing out of this as well, I'm noticing that, but yeah, so, well, I mean, you started with them like every single game, so yeah, take that as you will.
So it's call instead of warp.
Which is a bit of a coin toss, really. Warp is better to get the Uxie level X out of the thing, and it can...
The Q instead, because
Yeah,
the Q gets out.
it does. That would, I mean, I'd still spray it for SP Mirror, I'll be honest. If we don't have the UC stuff out already, it's like, yeah, I could see me spraying that. I've done it in the past. And, yeah, oh, fair enough. But,
I'm off then for realsies.
Yep.
But
Well, that certainly was a thing, I'll say that much.
Angry Cotton Ball gets very angry. Punches out Dialga several times.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from lethal. I love that's actually part of the naming for it, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, almost a shame I didn't really get to play against this one as well. There wasn't... I couldn't really see exactly how I would alter the stuff. When it comes to this, I really wanted to have an actual water energy as well, because you've got a lot of Roseanne. I couldn't really see a particularly good way of doing it, because we want a 7th energy in total, really. I just didn't... I was having a hard time with the over-reliance on the multis for being able to use Kingdra as an attacker as well. And so I was like, I really want a water in here, but I don't know how I would have gotten it. Because I don't think I would have... I would have been okay with it, but I think I'd have rather still had an extra grass rather than... Or like out to grass, rather than just going straight minus multi plus water. Like that's probably what would be done, but I'd really want a 7th energy to do that as well. I don't know where that would have come from though. As much as I did play around with this stuff, because this was more or less everything I was playing against in the end and stuff. And like I said, it certainly wasn't a good matchup, even with this version of the deck. It certainly didn't... it's hard, because you just kind of get to those 120, 110 numbers so easily, you know. Even with Psychic Lock stopping this bit, it's just like, if I have more than 3 Pokemon benched, it's kind of impossible to not just straight die. And Nidoqueen is good, but slow at helping that out, you know. And God forbid, if I have to have an Energy Connect Guardian play to keep, like, getting the energy moved around too, it's, that's not helpful for the bench count, so, yeah, It's funny sometimes seeing, like, oh, this is the best deck ever against, like, some of the top bits, but then it gets absolutely crushed by, I don't know, the Kingdra Donphan that we played against. It just wasn't even close, was it? It was just... it's funny how sometimes seeing decks go in that that sort of midpoint, you know, and yeah, it's like the Lux Chomp stuff, it's 50-50-ish in the end. Like, this is much better into Lux Chomp than I expected, I guess, because you've got the warp points and stuff as well. It's a lot easier to keep hitting the numbers for it, but you know, Kingdra really does help there, because without that, it's just too easy for this deck to only play 2 or 3 Pokemon down at a time and just kill you before then, without you being able to do the same.
Kingdra as a damage modifier has been surprisingly effective.
Yeah, and we're going to keep seeing that too as we go through, because a lot of the decks will play the same as we go on, so... don't think this is the last time that's happening, because it's gonna be in for a while.
Reusable bat's good, who knew?
Who would have guessed, yeah. Right, yeah, so I hope it was fun for you at least. I know you weren't playing for most of the end of the stuff, but...
the last game was pretty good with Pepper, but
yeah,
the first few I just got shafted by his pulls.
Yeah.
His draws are way too good.
Yeah, despite everything else, he did seem to be on a pretty high end on stuff today, didn't he? So that's all good. Right. Well, I don't even know what we're doing next week with this stuff then, because or next round even, because like if Matt's not going to be able to play, then what do we even do? So I don't know what. Like, I don't know. I don't think we just do this sort of thing again, but like, do we move
Well, we
on?
probably need to figure out our timings.
Yeah. But that's for people who aren't watching at the moment. So thank you for that. If you have managed to make it this far, you know, we ramble a lot, but that's just how it goes. And yeah, we'll figure out what's
There is a
going
lot
on.
to go over.
There is. So that's fine. It's how we do things. So yeah. Till next time, I guess. Take care.